everyone, and welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming, and today we're back with some more Pokemon VGC 2018 with a brand new team. So if you guys are excited for that, be sure to hit that like and subscribe if you have not already. This new team, go over it quick here. This was a team that originally I had an idea for before VGC 2018 came out. I think it was made for Doubles Battle Spot before they even announced the rules, but I couldn't really get it to flesh out correctly. And then recently, in my comment section, Karma Kekleon himself, so thank you for this comment, he did suggest a team. This is, that had Tapu Koko and Landers on it. It isn't the exact team, obviously, but I did get an inspiration from that comment to rebuild this team and try it out once again. So thank you for that. So guys, be sure to leave suggestions for teams down in the comment section below, or just Pokemon you'd like to see in general. But yeah, so we got Tapu Koko with Choice Scarf with 1 speed higher than Mega Sceptile, who is at max speed because that outspeeds Choice Scarf Jolly Lander. It's a whole thing. But we've also got Araquanid, Scrafty, Heatran, and Landers Therian. The Landers Therian is our Z-move user. And yeah, if you want to try the team out for yourself, there will be a link for the Pastebin and the QR code down in the description below. QR code probably won't be there right away, just because as you can see on the screen, Araquanid isn't level 100, and this is the Totem Araquanid, so it's not perfect IVs. So I got to get it leveled up and then bottle capped, and then I'll put the QR code out for you guys, so it's the perfect Araquanid for you kids to use. Yeah, let's just hop right into this sucker. It might be a little bit darker today, because usually I have a light right off to the side here, but I just got to switch, so I have my monitor there now, so when I stream, that can be there and all that stuff, so I have to reset out my lights and get something nice. We also have a restarted rating, because I was laddering on my 2DS before the, not Minnesota, well, technically yes, Minnesota, the mid-season showdown, which I will be doing a review for as soon as I can get the battle videos from the person running the show, the mid-season showdown. So we can do a little bit of a review. I used the Komodo team, so you guys know it. I tweaked one Pokemon, essentially is all I did. But I kind of wanted to go over what other teams were there as well, and so we can kind of figure out the meta together. But we have a 16-12 rated player from Alberta, Canada to start off today. Let's see what they have. Also, I don't have my OBS thing on screen because I have just a white screen, so hopefully it's a little bit brighter for you, but we see the Charizard, Zapdos, Tapu Bulu, Scrafty, Aegislash, and Blastoise. So very interesting team build. He's got that Fire, Water, Grass core. Not a lot of things get past Mega Sceptile and Tapu Koko. He does have that Fake Out lead, which could save him. And this is a bulkier Tapu Koko just because Choice Scarf Tapu Koko is so freaking fast anyway. I don't know that will be the perfect lead, though, just because there is that Scrafty fake-out option. I kind of want to go with my own Scrafty, and as well as Heatran. Let's do that, and then we'll go Sceptile and Tapu Koko in the back. Sceptile, Tapu Koko in the back. So yeah, the whole idea with this team is to just spam Discharge with Tapu Koko, and hopefully either have Landers or Sceptiles next to it. Araquanid also has Wide Guard, so we can get around being hit by the Discharge if you need to. And Scrafty is Assault Vested, so we can take those, although it will get paralyzed eventually. And Heatran's got a little bit of bulk. Alright, so we got DEDCF as our first opponent for this team. When you can lead the Tapu Koko and Mega Sceptile lead, not a lot of teams can get past it. It's really, really good because Sceptile's so fast, Tapu Koko's so fast, and they hit so hard. Especially because Sceptile will get the +1 in the first turn because Tapu Koko is 1 point faster than it. So we see Scrafty Zapdos lead off for my opponent. I could have went Tapu Koko and Sceptile because the Zapdos shouldn't be able to touch those two. But we got Scrafty and Heatran to lead off for me instead. He was probably going to try and set up Tailwind, which this also kind of works out because then I can stall out the Tailwind a little more. We see the Intimidate from the opposing Scrafty as well as mine. My opponent rocking out them shinies. So we're not going to bother trying to fake out the Scrafty because it could be a speed tie. Maybe he's got a little investment in speed in the Scrafty, whereas mine has none. So instead, I'm just going to go for a fake out in the Zapdos, and then the Heat Wave from the Heatran. Heat Wave from the Heatran. Yeah, I've been, yeah, see, we see their Scrafty is faster, so if I would have tried to fake out their Scrafty, I would have just wasted my turn. Whereas I get to stop the Zapdos from doing anything, and he stops my Heatran from doing anything. So now I'm just going to I can either Drain Punch the opposing Scrafty, which I'm not too worried about. I'm more worried about the Zapdos, so I'm going to Super Fang Zapdos. Heat Wave. Yeah. Like I was saying, the Zapdos can't do much to the back two Pokemon unless it's like Hidden Power Ice, possibly a Air Cutter, possibly. But he's actually just going to switch in Blastoise. Zapdos is going to set up the Rain Dance, so it's going to be that Water Spouting Blastoise. That Water Spouting Zapdos. We're just going to... Zapdos is going to unfortunately avoid the Heat Wave from the Heatran, but we should be able to get a Super Power off on it, hopefully. I mean, Super Fang, sorry. There's the Super Fang. That should bring it down under 50. And no Berry from that Zapdos. So my one concern here is going to be the possibility of Zapdos having the Z-move, because if he does, he might be able to take out my Scrafty here. And actually, the Water Spout might even do it, to be honest with you. This is going to be Mega Blastoise, I assume Water Spout. We have a little bit of baby chip damage on this thing, not a lot. Heatran's going to protect, pretty useless protect here. I think Zapdos will just try and set up a Tailwind, though. Oh, he's just going to go for Thunderbolt into Scrafty. Fine Water Spell. Let's see how much this does in the rain to my Assault Vest Scrafty. Can we take one, please? Just barely holding on with the 30 HP. Get the Super Fang off into the Blastoise. That'll greatly reduce that damage from Water Spout. But I don't think Heatran makes it much longer, unfortunately. So what I will do, I'm going to Drain Punch the Blastoise and then Earth Power. I don't think Heatran gets away with this turn, unfortunately, because Zapdos is going to Thunderbolt Scrafty, KO it. And Blastoise, Water Spout Blastoise typically run a little bit of speed in him, like this one. And he's actually going to Water Spout instead. I mean Water Pulse, sorry. Which is going to KO my Heatran. But there's no Tailwind up, and also there's no Fake Out user. So we can just bring out Tapu Koko and Sceptile, and we can just destroy this team. I mean, once Scrafty comes in to Fake Out, we'll be in a little bit of a pickle, but comes Tapu Koko, Electric Surge, so I should be able to rely on Tapu Koko to get to KO the Blastoise with the Discharge. So I'm going to go for Discharge, and then Sceptile will Mega Evolve and Dragon Pulse the Zapdos so it doesn't sneak up on us with a Hidden Power Ice or something. No Switch Outs. We'll see if there's any Protects. Possibly a Protect from the Blastoise so Zapdos can get off a Tailwind. But let's see what we can do here. No Protects. So Discharge from the Tapu Koko. Let's see if we can KO that Blastoise. We need it to because it most likely has Ice Beam. Okay. So that should be double KO here. There goes Blastoise. Zapdos does have a berry. It's going to be one of the big boy berries. But let's see if a +1 Dragon Pulse can get it from here. Because I assume it has Hidden Power Ice. Most Zapdos do. But Dragon Pulse at +1's enough to KO. I tell you guys, Tapu Koko, Mega Sceptile, nothing to mess with. I really, really like this team. This is my first time using it on the 3DS. But Showdown, just been wrecking with it. So let's see if we can continue that streak in 3DS format. Aegislash is going to come out for my opponent, which Sceptile will not enjoy battling up against because it's not great against it. And then Scrafty, as we've previously seen. Aegislash could also be a Wide Guard user, which would stop Tapu Koko because we are choiced. But I'm just going to Discharge, and I'll protect Sceptile this turn. We won't get the +1 off this turn, but we'll get it next turn. Possibility of doing some stuff to Scrafty. Some stuff to Scrafty. Scrafty's going to Fake Out into Tapu Koko. The only Pokemon that couldn't protect here. And Aegislash actually sets up a substitute, which is not good. I could have attacked with Sceptile there. Somebody's going to send a Discord message, so I'm going to get rid of Discord. I keep forgetting to do that. Alright, so let's Discharge again. And let's just remove the Scrafty from play. A Discharge plus a +2 Energy Ball should be able to do that. Yeah, I'm thinking because this thing has Substitute, it shouldn't have Wide Guard. Alright, It's doing nothing to Scrafty, so I think it's probably Assault Vest as well. Sub is going to faint on the Aegislash, though. And Energy Ball into Scrafty. Unfortunately, not able to follow up Stone Edge Scrafty into the Tapu Koko. We do have some bulk, though. This Aegislash going to be going for the Ghostium Z, probably into Sceptile. If he goes into Tapu Koko, it's not the end of the world, just because... well, actually, I think he's going to go into Tapu Koko, right? Because Tapu Koko is the one that's going to be threatening these two the most. No, it's into Sceptile, so that's actually better for me. Because it should KO my Sceptile, but Tapu Koko is doing more damage to these two. So Sceptile, unfortunately, going to faint there. Because from the Scrafty, we've seen Fake Out, we've seen Stone Edge, which can miss. And considering he's going for Stone Edge, I think that's the best he has for us. Oh, not Volt Switch. I mean, I can't go for it because I'm choiced. But we just discharge here. Hopefully that's enough to KO Scrafty. I don't think it will be. And the Aegislash probably just goes back in a shield form. So the Aegislash might be able to win this for my opponent. We are a bulkier Tapu Koko, but King Shield. Because, yeah, you only need 60 EVs and speed for Tapu Koko to outspeed Mega Sceptile with the Choice Scarf. Is this enough? Yes. Okay. So to 1v1, if we can paralyze this Aegislash, we'll be better off. The Discharge is also single target now. I was going to say, my opponent does not have one more Pokemon. I was wondering why it was taking so long to figure that out. Alright, so we go for Discharge now. It's going to be tough. We'll have to see how much this Aegislash is able to do to us. Alright, we'll get this off. Ooh, that does some damage, even in shield form. I mean, the terrain's going to be going away, so it might not do that much the next turn. See how much Shadow Ball from Aegislash does. Did he crit me? No, that was just enough damage. Huh, so not quite enough bulk. Unfortunately, losing that one. Plays we could have made better, not getting ghost moved by the Aegislash. I'm just trying to think. I guess if I had just went for the Leaf Storm on the Scrafty, we could have won that one. I didn't even think about the Z move with Aegislash. I never think about Z moves because I'm me and I think they're dumb. But there's part of the metagame and you have to be used to that. But if I had, like, I was gonna be why I didn't Leaf Storm the Scrafty is because I wanted to keep my Sceptile stronger because of the Aegislash, but I should have just went for it and KO'd the Scrafty, because then we probably would have had a better chance there. Because the Stone Edge wouldn't have gotten off on our Tapu Koko, so we probably could have taken 2 hits from the Aegislash. But we're going to go up against Soko John, who has a Tapu Bulu, Sableye, Greninja, Gothitelle, Lucario, and Tornadus. So it looks like a very, not threatening. I mean, it could be threatening, but a very annoying team. Because the Sableye, the Gothitelle, and the Tornadus. My Scrafty is immune to any prankster stuff, so I'm kind of wanting to use Scrafty here as a lead. Fake Out could come from Sableye. And the thing is, Tapu Koko and Sceptile together don't really do too much against the Tapu Bulu. And the Tapu Bulu can get rid of our terrain, which I don't enjoy. So I'm going to go with Scrafty for sure. I think we go with that same lead. Scrafty, Heatran, Sceptile, Tapu Koko. I'm just trying... Does he have any Parasong users? Gothitelle doesn't have Parasong. Sableye might. I think Sableye is the only one that can possibly get Parasong, if that's what he wants to do. I don't think that's going to be a thing, though. I don't think Sableye gets it, though. I have so many CDs all over the ground. I'm going to try and move out of my way so I'm not stepping on them. I'm trying to get all my CDs onto my computer because I haven't done that yet. Alright. Soko John. Let's see if we can get a win off of this battle. It's going to be Sableye Tapu Bulu, so I'm really glad I did not lead with the lead I had. Scrafty gets to intimidate Tapu Bulu, which is really nice. Because if it is superpower Tapu Bulu, then Heatran should be able to live that. Alright, let's see here. Heat Wave's a pretty safe play from Heatran. I'm going to fake out the Bulu, because that's the only thing I can fake out, and then Heat Wave. Sableye probably Mega. Going to withdraw Bulu for Lucario, who does not want to come in on a Heat Wave. Oh, he might want to get, like, Steadfast, though, possibly. Fake out. Is it Inner Focus or Steadfast? It's neither. Fake out probably into Heatran, then. Yep. Yep. Okay, both my Pokemon are weak to Lucario. I'm going to Drain Punch Lucario this turn, and I'm going to switch Heatran out for Tapu Koko, which will get rid of this terrain, so things aren't healing. And then we can choice ourselves in a Dazzling Gleam if we want to for now. Because Bulu won't be able to come in on Dazzling Gleam. Lucario is the Mega variant, so if he did target Scrafty, he possibly has that ability to KO us, unfortunately. On Fort. Sableye's gonna feint, though, probably into my Koko. Yep, he was expecting Heatran to protect here. He's probably just gonna high jump kick, actually. So making sure he doesn't hurt himself. That does a ton of damage to Tapu Koko. But Drain Punch from Scrafty should do a nice amount back to Lucario, almost enough to KO. So, what I do here is I just knock off the Sableye, and I go for Dazzling Gleam, and I'll be able to KO Lucario. Possibility of Quash from Sableye now that I think about it. Which would stink. That'd be real stinky, but we'll just have to deal with that if that's the case. He might want to get rid of my Scrafty this turn, though. I don't know. Okay, Sableye's going to withdraw, so we should be able to get this Dazzling Gleam off. Tapu Bulu is going to come in. Brr. Grassy Surge will go up, which just means my Tapu Koko will be healing if we're able to KO the Lucario here. Dazzling Gleam. Modest is able to KO. And then Scrafty will get this knockoff on Bulu. So get rid of its item, if it had one, that we can knock off. Critical hit. It looks like it's probably Grassium. Grassium Z Bulu, probably. So I'll just bring Heatran, or probably Fightinium too. Tornadus is going to come in for my opponent. I'll Super Fang. Well, the Bulu I shouldn't have to do too much. I'm going to Super Fang the Tornadus. I'm going to switch Koko out for Heatran here. You might predict that and go for Superpower, but that's fine. That's fine if that's what he wants to do. Heatran comes in. Tornadus could also have the Superpower, but it's just going to set up Tailwind here. So that's something we're going to want to stall out before we get... Okay, it's Swords Dance Bulu. I don't enjoy that. Not one bit. Alright, Super Fang on the Bulu. Oh, wait, on the Tornadus. Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing, man? Alright, so that's not great. I don't like that. So what I'm going to do... I will Super Fang the Bulu this time. I'm going to rattle off a Heat Wave and see if he overpredicts me to protect. Tornadus is going to Rain Dance, though, so Bulu will live a Heat Wave anyway. I was wondering if it was going to be Rain Dance Tornadus. In fact, it was. Bulu has Rock Slide, though. Heatran might be able... Yeah, Heatran's going to live that. So hopefully no flinches from me. Heatran does get the Heat Wave off. Tornadus, unfortunately, does avoid. So it does hit the Bulu. Drop my Stylus. It still does pretty good damage for it being in the rain, and then Super Fang on the Bulu. So I should just be able to start setting off Flash Cannons Bulu's way. And considering Bulu has Rock Slide, I don't think it has anything to really hit my not my Tornadus, my Heatran. So I'm going to knock off the Tornadus this time and Flash Cannon the Bulu. I'm liking this. Okay, so Bulu's not as threatening as I once thought. It does have a Z-move, though. Rockinium. Darkinium? Tornadus has the Z-move. What dark move does that have? Taunt? Z-Taunt? No, it does have Black Hole Eclipse. Is this a Dark Pulse Tornadus? What is... No, it's knockoff. So he's probably hitting Heatran. Yeah, he wants to hit Heatran because it's the biggest threat to his Bulu right now. But we live in that. Horn Leech from the Bulu into the Scrafty so it can live another hit, possibly. Scrafty actually lives that. Bulky Boy Scrafty. I've been wanting to try out Scrafty because we've been using Hitmontop so much. We're just going to start going for Flash Cannon with Heatran, which will be able to KO the Bulu. Yeah, I've been wanting to use Scrafty because we've been using Hitmontop so much, and Hitmontop's really great, but I just love Scrafty too. Scrafty's so good as well. Knockoff isn't going to do anything there because we did already see the Z move. I don't know why you thought that was going to do a lot more to my Heatran, I guess. Because if he would have Rock Slid with the Bulu, he probably could have gotten my Heatran, but I guess he didn't want to. So I'll attempt to knock off Sableye. I probably won't get it. And we'll Flash Cannon Tornadus here. And it should be game. These are two support Pokemon that are left. Sableye, sorry. He's going to fake out the Scrafty this time. Tornadus is going to go for Hurricane, which is going to hit my Heatran. Hoping for confusion, probably. Doesn't get it. Flash Cannon should be able to KO. And then it's down to Sableye, which we've only seen Fake Out from, I believe. I don't think we've seen any other moves. And it's hard to look at the screen because there's nothing going on there. So maybe I'll just pull up OBS because I don't know that this is really making a difference. So now I'll actually look at you guys a little bit more for our final match because we should be able to beat out the Sableye here with these two. Tapu Koko put in a little bit of work, but Mega Sceptile not even hitting the field today, or this match, so match will be forfeited because Sableye is all that's left. And GG. Yeah, I think my opponent just made some misplays there. Probably expecting that Darkinium to take out my Heatran, but not the case. I went with a little bulkier build on Heatran this time. The last time we used Heatran, it had quite a bit of speed on it because it was relying on Icy Wind, whereas this team has 0 speed control. So I think that is the one current flaw of the team is there's no speed control. It relies on Tapu Koko and Sceptile just being fast AF. So I don't know. If I change anything, it'd probably be that. We could give Icy Wind to Araquanid if we really wanted to. But like I haven't used Araquanid one match, so if we did do something with like Tailwind, that would be the Pokemon to go. We're going to see Gunma Japan 1560 for our final battle today, and it's going to be Tapu Bulu, not Whimsicott, well, Whimsicott's on the team, but Tapu Fini, Terrakion, Aegislash, Whimsicott, and Charizard. So there's that beat-up combo with the Terrakion. But Sceptile is faster, but all the buts, Tailwind. And there's also 2 terrain changers. Sceptile likes the Fini, not the Bulu so much. So we're actually going to go Scrafty and Heatran as a lead. I kind of like Tornadus over Scrafty, I think. Well, Scrafty, well, they both kind of hit the Aegis. And Landorus also hits the Charizard. Let's do that instead. Landorus, Heatran, Tapu, and Skep. So we're short an Araquanid again. Araquanid I kind of like, but I think it just doesn't do quite enough to warrant bringing it, so let's do this instead. First time bringing the Landorus on video. This is an Adamant Landorus with Tectonic Rage, also Rock Slide and Superpower. I like Superpowers that last move just because there's Mega Kangaskhan's, there's Snorlax's. You could run Knockoff, could run U-Turn to try and bluff some choice item. It is the Terracotta lead, so we won't be able to fake out that Terrakion, but Terrakion also can't hit my Landorus too hard. And we do -1 it, so it can only get to +3. And Heatran is the one in the unfortunate position here, because he could get close combated. I'm going to protect my Heatran. I'm going to Tecton on the Terrakion. It probably protects and Whimsicott sets up Tailwind. Or he could switch it. Ooh, he might switch it for like Charizard or something. But he might think I'm choice. I don't know. I don't know. There's so many options for Terrakion here that it's just hard to choose what would have been the best play. Because I don't want to lose my Heatran. Especially if he brought like Tapu Bulu. So we can see how much of a we saw how much of a problem Tapu Bulu can be if it goes unchecked, and Heatran has a really nice check to it. Outside of like Superpower and Fightinium Z Bulus. And my opponent has a lot to choose as well. We see that Terrakion probably didn't protect here. He went for the beat-up play. Now the question is, did he go for Rock Slide or did he go for Close Combat into Heatran? He might have went for Close Combat, expecting me either to not Earthquake because I have a Heatran, or he Rock Slid. See if he can get a flinch. Which if he did that and I was choiced, that'd be a crazy play, man. Because Terrakion shot out speed, he did go for Rock Slide. So I could have Flash Cannoned him there. Or Earth Powered. Landorus is able to hold on as long as we don't get flinched. Oh my freaking Christ, we got flinched. Because now what he can do is he can just attack with Whimsicott into my Landorus and then Close Combat the Heatran. Alright, well. Flash Cannon Terrakion. And we'll attempt to Tectonic again. But we probably won't get it. I might want to make Landorus a little bulkier. He's going to beat up my Terrakion. They're going to beat up Terrakion again. So it's +4 now. Okay, Justify just keep... yeah, you can get up to +6. I don't know why I forgot that for a second. But now he's a +6 Terrakion. Because I got flinched. Can you miss your Rock Slide, please? Miss! You motherfucker. Alright, well, Heatran might be able to survive this. Yeah, we just need to get this Flash Cannon off. I'm not finishing this battle. I'm not finishing this. I'm not finishing this. I mean, I'll play out one more turn just to see if we can, like, KO the Whimsicott, because essentially that's all we're going to be able to do. Because what I do here is I Heat Wave... No way. I Flash Cannon the Terrakion and I go for Dazzling Gleam. Because he can just protect Terrakion and Tailwind. Yeah, I'm not playing anymore. Not to be salty, but you flinched me twice, dude. Both times I had a chance to KO your Terrakion, I got flinched. And it's just garbage. I mean, that's part of the game. That's why he went for Rock Slide, most likely. It's because he was hoping for the flinches to get around my Landorus. But, yeah, it's just... that's incredibly dumb. That's incredibly dumb, and I don't want to continue playing that game. So we'll get one more for you. Sorry to that guy, I'm sure you're... Well, actually, I did just say you're probably going for those flinches, because that's what you had to play for. And I don't blame you for it, I would have done the same thing. But that also means I'm not going to continue playing, because that's dumb. Alright, so let's continue on. Because, yeah, like, I made the play there to protect my Heatran and Tectonic Rage, so just KO your Terrakion and we'd be done with it. But got the flinch. And even if I had a bulkier Landorus there, he was going to be able to get off 2 hits because he flinched me, so that wouldn't have mattered in the long run. Well, let's get one more for you. Just about to hit the stroke of midnight, 3 minutes away. We're sitting at 1488. 2 losses, 1 win to start off. So let's see if we can break even with Dodo from Pennsylvania. 1481 rating. I already see Blissey. There's been a whole thing going around on Twitter that there was a Chansey that won an MSS, so everybody's just freaking out. I don't know if it... I think it won. It either won or did really well, so everybody's freaking out about it. And yes, it's a playstyle. Good for you if you use it. I'm not a fan. But we see Trick Room as well. There's no fake out support, though, for the Trick Room, which is really strange. So I can fake out support with Scrafty. And Scrafty also does really well against both of his Scrafty does amazing against his team. Outside the Bulu, which we can just set up a Heatran for there. So Heatran, Scrafty. Araquanid also doesn't do terrible here. And Araquanid's really nice for these Trick Room teams because we don't have Taunt. Actually, I think I want to go Araquanid over Heatran. Araquanid over Heatran, just in case he leads with the Camerupt to counter. Not to counter, but to pair with the Trick Room setter. Then I'll set out that. We can go Landorus for that Blissey. And we go Heatran. No Sceptile Tapu Koko. I'm kind of sad Sceptile didn't get to show up as much as I would have liked it to. It was in the first match. And unfortunately, we misplayed with it, so we weren't able to win there. But, yeah. But again, guys, this is the last battle. So if you did enjoy this video, and getting to learn the team, getting to know the team, be sure to hit that like and subscribe while I try and fix my hair. It's all messy because I just woke up from a nap not too long ago. Well, I played Splatoon for a while, but then, you know, Bronze on camera up. So good thing I led with the Araquanid. It is Totem Araquanid, so it's freaking huge. It's huge. He's huge. I'm just going to liquidate the Camerupt. I don't much care if he switches into the Jellicent and gets off his Water Absorb. Camel probably just protects, and he's like, oh, Bronzong will get off. Nope, he's going to switch Camel for Bulu. Double Bull. Which, again, kind of threatening, but Araquanid is neutral. Araquanid has no defenses, though. Bronzong is going to protect here. Useless Fake Out. And then the Liquidate. The Liquidation from the mighty Totem Araquanid. Does decent damage. Bulu does have leftovers. Bronzong probably just gets up the Trick Room here. I'm going to knock it off, though, so hopefully you can get rid of it in the future. And then we have Heatran for Bulu, so just switch that in where Araquanid is. And Heatran threatens both these Pokemon pretty nicely. You might even switch out the Bulu for the Camerupt, trying to catch me on switching out my Araquanid. But I think it's staying in here. It's going to Stone Edge into Heatran, who takes that fairly nicely. Knock off into the Bronzong. It's going to be Z Trick Room Bronzong, so it can't get taunted. It's one of the newer strategies that's gaining a lot of ground, because you don't have just a dumb old Mental Herb. So if you are, in fact, not going to get taunted or anything like that, then you can just go for like a Shattered Psyche instead. It's been popular on Musharna. I've seen it on Reuniclus. Cresselia runs it too, because Cresselia is just one of the better Trick Room setters. And then apparently Bronzong as well.
Apparently.
Bronzong as well. Sorry about that burp. I'm just going to Super Fang the Bulu, and I'll just rattle off a Heat Wave. There's really no reason not to. The Bronzong probably has Heat Proof, just because there is Bulu on the team. Blissey's going to come out for my opponent, though, so Blissey's going to get hit by a Super Fang and a Heat Wave, so I'm not upset by that. It's actually a Grassy Seed Blissey, too. This guy. This man. Whose man's? Also the Hypnosis play, so Heatran, unfortunately, taking a sleep turn. That's fine, because Scrafty is here. Get the Super Fang off into the Blissey. Now we have to play like a mofo, because they're going to try and stall us out, so we're going to have to click as quick as we can, so that we aren't losing things. Now, Hypnosis did get an accuracy increase because they used Z Trick Room, but it still can miss. It still can miss. That's another reason to use the Z Trick Room, is to get that accuracy increase. Bronzong's actually going to switch, so that should give Scrafty a free Drain Punch. Camerupt is going to come in. My opponent is running out of Trick Room. Trick Room turns quick. We're going to see Soft Boil from the Blissey, so it starts. It starts. Scrafty's Drain Punch. Let's see how much this can do at a +1 defense. Blissey, it still does almost 50. That's not bad. Heatran's going to wake up and rattle off a Heat Wave, too, so that should bring Blissey under 50. Does decent damage to Blissey, actually. A lot more than I thought it was going to do. Still not a lot, but more than I thought. What is going on with that? It's like that part. I'm just going to put that up in my hat. Fuck there. I don't know, man. My hair just gets out of whack when it's like that, you know? Now, Trick Room, how many turns? 2. Because the Camerupt does have Earth Power, and we do have a Shuckleberry, but from sheer force, I still don't think we live it. That's something I need to calculate a little bit better. Gee whiz. This hair. This hair. Whose man? Whose man is this? There we go. Now we're looking pretty clean. That's the thing, too. My hair is at that point where it's long, but it's not quite long enough, so it's just kind of doing whatever the frick it wants. Alright, Mega Camel will come out here. He might just erupt. It's going to Ancient Power, actually. Expecting my Arachnid to come in, but we are pretty specially defensive. Oh, frick, that does a lot of damage. And it's Soft Boil. The Blissey's just going to do this for the rest of the match, and it's really annoying. Eventually we'll crit it, but... because it's not getting the chance to get minimizes off, which is the best part about this. I think Grassy Terrain went away this turn, too. So it's going to start losing its recovery. Yep, there goes Grassy Terrain. So Bulu might be trying to come back in here. So I'm actually going to Super Fang the Blissey, because it's doing about the same as Drain Punch anyway. And I'm going to protect the Arachnid to get rid of this last turn of Trick Room. I'll protect the Arachnid. Because Ancient Power is going to be able to KO us, unfortunately. There's the Protect. Camerupt does Ancient Power once again. Blissey has Ice Beam. Why'd you go for Ice Beam? I could have Drain Punch deaded you, but... Super Fang instead. Twisted Dimensions now return to normal, so my Pokemon are now both faster. I'll Drain Punch the Blissey and liquidate the Camerupt. Because I'll KO Camerupt, I'll KO Blissey. Probably switches in Bulu for Blissey and Bronzong for Camel. Oh, Blissey's going to Ally Switch, actually. I mean, Liquidation should still KO the Blissey. Scrafty gets to Drain Punch the Camel, which does decent damage. Brings it down to 50%. So unfortunately, my Arachnid's going to faint here. But that's fine. I didn't know Blissey got an Ally Switch. That's pretty interesting. But Blissey goes down now. So... toot toot. That Blissey wasn't as annoying as it could have been. So I give kudos to my opponent for using a Blissey, but not using it to the point where it's super annoying. Just using it as a Pokemon. It's just a Pokemon, guys. So either Bulu or Bronzong comes in. Both Pokemon Heatran enjoys dealing with. Bronzong. Bronzong. I probably could have brought in Landorus a little bit nicer, but this works too. I'm going to knock off the Bronzong, and then I'll Heat Wave. I'm pretty sure the Camerupt just protects here. So I shouldn't have to worry too much about Earth Power, I guess, but... Camerupt does protect here. Heat Wave from the Heatran. Let's see, is this heat proof? That might not be heat proof. Knockoff won't be able to KO though, unfortunately. Oh wow, it did. Was that a crit? No, it just was a high roll. Bronzong faints, and that should put us in the position to win this. Because from what I know, Bulu can't KO Heatran. There's the Grassy Surge. And actually, I focus the Bulu right now. I'll Drain Punch the Camel, just for fun. And then I'll Flash Cannon the Bulu. Which should hopefully KO it there. Because I got Landorus in the back who can deal with Camerupt. So I don't have to worry about that. Flash KO. Oh, so close to KOing Bulu. It tries to sub, but it can't. And then Drain Punch into the Camel. Not quite enough to KO there, so he probably just Earth Powers my Heatran. We'll be able to see if Shuckleberry Heatran can take an Earth Power from Mega Camel, though, so that's nice to note. It can't, like I figured. We weren't at full health, but I don't even think like that 5 HP we're missing was going to be able to save us. A little bit of recovery on Bulu, a little more recovery on Bulu, and then recovery on the Camel as well. I think I just go for a Rock Slide here. Just to pick up the Bulu, because I don't know that Drain Punch gets Tapu Bulu from here. I mean, it should, but I'd rather just Rock Slide. Because it's neutral to Camel anyway. And we've seen Ancient Power, Earth Power, Protect. I'm assuming the last one is either Eruption or Flamethrower or Heat Wave. I run Heat Wave on my Camerups just because I don't like Eruption. I don't like having to rely on having a lot of HP to attack. But a lot of people have been running Eruption lately, so... Camerupt's going to protect this turn anyway, so... We doubled into Bulu this turn. Drain Punch and Rock Slide. Rock Slide. Just going to KO the Bulu here. Perfect. Perfect. And then Scrafty's Drain Punch will hit the Protect. And it should be all over but the crying at this point. Pretty clean game there. I don't think there are any crits or anything hacksy like that. Tectonic Rage into the Camel. Probably just see a forfeit here. Nope, gonna let me do it. Thank you. Thank you for not being salty like I was in the last match. Yes, we will see the Tectonic Rage come out from the Landorus. I didn't need to do this, but... thumbnail. And I don't even use this for my thumbnail, so I really didn't need to do it, but... you gotta style on him every once in a while, you know? I gotta put Camera up back down where he belongs, down the magma, you know? Alright, so there goes Mega Camel. Sorry, buddy, I love you. And that will be the end of the first video with the Mega Sceptile team. So again, if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like and subscribe if you have not already. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. So let's see if we can get there before the end of the month at least. But yeah, hopefully next time Mega Sceptile will get to show up a lot more because I think he's really, really good. Just the matches that he came to. I mean, the first one he kind of put in work. We could have put in more work if we would have thought about it a little bit better. Second one he didn't even get to show up. So, but anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us. And we'll see you next time. Stay sharp, everyone.